Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, this is Friskified Fitness. In this episode we're talking about stomach vacuums, what they are, how to do them, and how they might benefit you. First, let's talk about the claims. Many will claim that stomach vacuums will reduce your waistline by 3 inches in 3 weeks if they'll slice, dice, and julienne. I am always skeptical of wild claims, so I had to try it for myself. First, I had to learn the proper technique on how to do stomach vacuums. And I learned that stomach vacuums, at its essence, is a very simple exercise. You may have seen people do stomach vacuums, such as 3-time Mr. Olympia winner Frank Zane, or 2-time classic Mr. Olympia Chris Bumstead. Essentially, the exercise is very simple. You expel all of the air out of your lungs, and then you try to touch your navel to your spine. Really, it's just that simple. Now, if you haven't seen Frank Zane or Chris Bumstead do a stomach vacuum, here's a demonstration. First, I'm going to expel all of the air out of my lungs. Essentially, that's how you do a stomach vacuum. We'll talk about the varieties of stomach vacuums in just a moment, but what's a stomach vacuum supposed to do for you? A stomach vacuum strengthens your transverse abdominis. That lies underneath your six-pack, and it goes across your waist like this. Oftentimes, it's called your internal weight belt. It also strengthens your pelvic floor, particularly when you do a Kegel, and yes, men, even you can do Kegels. You use the same muscles as you do when you try to hold your pee. And if you're of a certain age, being able to hold your pee longer is a good thing. Stomach vacuums also help improve your posture. Now, the best time to do stomach vacuums is when your stomach is empty. That means either first thing in the morning or a couple hours after your last meal. Stomach vacuums can be done a number of ways. The most advanced way would be what you would see Chris Bumstead or Frank Zane doing, with your hands behind your head, elbows up, and bringing that vacuum tight, like this. You can also do them on your hands and knees. You can do them seated with your hands on your knees. You can do them when you're leaning against something. You can also do them lying on the floor. Now you'll notice that if you put your hands or elbows on something, whether it's your knees, the floor, what have you, it helps you draw your belly button towards your spine more. It helps you deepen the vacuum. The easiest is lying on your back, and the more difficult one is the classic bodybuilding pose that Frank Zane or Chris Bumstead would do, with your hands behind your head, elbows up, and sucking it all the way in. Now, when you progress, you'll not only find that you're trying to suck your belly button to your spine, but also you'll unconsciously try to suck your skin up inside your ribs. Now, that may sound disgusting, and it might be, but there's a reason for doing this. And more importantly, there's a reason for doing stomach vacuums in general. Not only does it help your pelvic floor, not only does it help strengthen your transverse abdominis, not only will it help your posture, but it'll start cinching in your belly and reduce your waist size, allegedly. I say allegedly because the claims out there that you'll be able to reduce your waist 3 inches in 3 weeks or 5 inches in a couple months, as I mentioned, I was skeptical. So of course, I had to try it out and see if my waist would reduce at all. Now, the protocol I followed was very simple. I wanted to see if I could get a maximum benefit with a minimum of effort. So I did at least 5 stomach vacuums per day, actually per morning when I got home from the gym before I had my post-workout meal. So I performed the stomach vacuums during this test month while I was leaning against the kitchen counter after my workout before I had a post-workout meal. I held the stomach vacuums until they became uncomfortable, painful even. And that's the thing. This is a weird looking exercise, and stomach vacuums by their nature are uncomfortable to do. The first stomach vacuum that you'll ever do, you may not be able to suck in much and you may not be able to hold it for very long. But with a little practice, you'll be able to suck it in and hold it for at least as long as this very average middle-aged guy can do. Now, many of their articles recommend that you work your way up from 5 to 10 seconds up to 2 minutes of holding a stomach vacuum. And I want to meet the person who can hold a stomach vacuum for 2 minutes. My high water mark using the timer on my phone was 36 seconds. And I was in excruciating pain holding it for that long. And I was sucking wind for about a minute afterwards. Now, as I said, I did at least 5 stomach vacuums per day. I didn't do more than 9 per day though. So did I reduce my waist size by 3 inches in 3 weeks? No, I did not. Did I reduce my waist size at all during this month? Yes, I did. Now, as I said in a previous video, I gained 1 pound during the month. I gained 1 pound during the month. Yet, my waist went down by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches in 4 weeks. Now, that's not going to set the world on fire, not by any stretch, but it's not nothing either. I gained 1 pound and still shrank my waist by 1.5 inches. I'll take that as a win, even if my results are not as lofty as the claims are. Hey, do you perform stomach vacuums on the regular? Have you ever performed stomach vacuums at all? Are you thinking about doing them? Let me know in the comments down below, and please, while you're there, give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Give me a subscribe as well. Hey, that's about it for today's video. My name's Tom. This is Friskified Fitness, and we'll see you next time.